my email got lost in the flood while you were on vacation. Drupal and Mars Edit seems to be a major issue.
Okay.
And the reason is because there's not like just a straight up configuration like you take some work from whoever the developer is of the website. Website admin to go in and add a lot of stuff. So convincing them to go do certain things may not necessarily always be your favorite.
Last message. Stop page to unshow available iMessage. Edit text. Someone. Check. This. Please. PLS. Delete listen PLS.
I just sent that string link to the partner thread, D, to see what's up.
Okay. July 31st, 6:58 p.m.
It sounds like terrestrial radio with the static.
All right, man. Everything coming through clear.
Okay. Were you able to hear you and Leo's talk, or what was it at on the string?
It just, like, when I opened it up, it just got to where you said, I just put the link in the partner thread.
Oh, okay. Got you. That was I don't know when you posted it. I meant to look at it. A good quick tip that you posted in the Facebook thread on Facebook other reactions.
Yeah, I posted it a while back.
Yeah.
Okay, now it's kind of caught up, so it's about like maybe a 3-second delay now.
Okay. Cool, not a problem. All right, for everybody that is listening and watching Periscope live feed on the phone, we will get started in about 5 minutes. But you are on for the Major Keys release of the Work Altitude series with myself on Keynote, Dr. Leo Bizinet on Pages, and the woman with the 2 first names, Jerry Tony, on Numbers. Set to be released in 5 minutes.
July 31st, 7:00 p.m.
In exactly 5 minutes.
Now you got to get your soundboard. We needed some claps.
Man, yeah, it's, yeah.
Cause I was kind of waiting for people to be like, all right. And I was like, oh, yeah, everybody was needed, so they came.
Right. Now, check this out. I got Do Not Disturb on the iPad, yet I'm still getting iMessages and Twitter updates. Oh, no.
Make sure it's set to Do Not Disturb. Don't show alerts when it's locked and unlocked. See, it's probably just set when you got it locked, not to flash anything.
Yeah, it's too late now.
Yep, we in there.
All right, sorry, Periscopers, but if any messages come through, you will definitely hear them, but we'll make it happen. Got a couple of new Twitter followers. That's always good. A few new Periscopers. So we said hello earlier, but to buy some time, I'll say hello to everyone so that you can start to hear their voice, and we'll do ladies first. So Jerry, sound check. How are you?
I'm fine. And you, Vishon? And Leo? And Demacia?
I mean, you just gonna. I mean, it was my hello. Right there's.
Well, I'll chime in with my hello to everyone. Glad to be here tonight.
Doesn't he just
Leo
sound?
got that You got that announcer voice, right? Like you
Right.
make on the news
I'm like,
broadcast.
don't you just sound doctorial? You know, just.
Yeah, he
I
does.
don't know about that one, but
I mean, you always have though. That's the thing. You sound just like a doctor.
well, I don't have a stethoscope and I don't give drugs,
Right.
but I'm an academic who can charm you with my nonsense
Right.
and dazzle you with my BS.
Right. And then we have Demasi Thomas with the dynamic D voice, you know, just illuminating the airwaves.
Yeah, I'm just running the boards. I'm gonna do it in the back.
Oh,
I'll
okay.
take the show.
You're a classy gentleman.
Yeah,
Hey man, I try to be.
with the major announcement. Mm.
July 31st, 7:03 p.m.
All right, so we got exactly 2 minutes. So welcome everybody on Periscope. I'm waving at you. Hopefully you can see me. If you can't, then know that that's what I'm doing. Those of you all that are on the live stream, hello. And you can hear that. You can't see it. And those of you all that are on the call, just as a reminder, when it's time for a Q&A, I will announce it a couple of times as I go over the questions that have already been sent in to us. And we will get started in 1 minute. And counting. And I'm super surprised that between the phone, the video, and the audio that nothing is broken. So let's knock on wood.
Knock on wood.
Yeah, and I got some real wood, so I think it worked. Did you knock too, Leo?
Oh,
did.
indeed I did on my coffee table here.
Oh man, all three. Oh man, see, this is gonna be a fabulous launch. Yeah, see. Now it was real wood, right?
Real
Yeah.
wood.
Oh man,
Real
see,
wood.
there you go, there you go.
None of this veneer finish nonsense.
Right.
Oh,
right,
no.
right.
Real wood.
There you go. Cool.
July 31st, 7:04 p.m.
All right, so 7:04. I'm gonna do my yawn, cause usually I'm in the bed with my laptop at this time on a Sunday, writing out stuff. But I guess we can launch this product to the world. Cool. All right, so without further ado, my name is Vishawn Jones, visionary of Fedora Outlier LLC. Again, thank you all for attending now, and for those of you all who will listen and watch this in the future, for those of you on Periscope listening to the live stream, as well as on the phone lines today, tonight, this morning, for those of you all that are in parts of the world that the time zone and all that is the morning time. I'd like to introduce two individuals that I've had the pleasure of working with for years in different capacities. One I've never seen before and will get to see in the year of 2016, and one that I've had the pleasure on working alongside and several opportunities to hug her. I'll go with ladies first and introduce you to the individual that'll be teaching and helping teaching me on numbers, Miss Jerry Tony. How are you, ma'am?
I am fine, and I'm happy to be here. I'm looking forward to this. This should be a lot of fun.
Absolutely. It definitely will be fun. And Dr. Leo Bizanek, how are you, sir?
I am very well and very pleased to be here tonight with you and Jerry and the other folks on the line and around the world.
All right. And so Dr. Leo will be, Dr. Bizanek will be teaching on Pages, and I'll be teaching on Keynote. And I sent out several emails in regards to this particular series, and a lot of the things that I highlighted, and the reason why I labeled the last one Major Keys, is simply because being able to write well and to present well as well as managing assets are three success areas that if you master, you're a large percentage of the way there. And there is pretty much wherever you want to be. There are individuals that have joined the series in our pre-order special for the sole purpose is they want to write a book, or for the sole purposes they actually want to take numbers and use it and understand why using numbers is important, or they want to be a public speaker and they want to be able to present well. And so the things that we want to underscore in this particular virtual launch party is the Work Altitude series, what it is and how it actually helps you to accomplish not only those things, but the other things that you want to excel in that we may not even have thought about. But we do know some of the core components in that is going to be your presentation, is going to be in working with words, as well as the great potential that you might have some stuff that you want to keep track of and manage, such as your budget, or you want to be able to create and use numbers. So we will definitely get into all of that, and I'll start, as if I haven't already, with Keynote. And as Jerry or Leo moves around, I can hear it crunching. Oh, got you. So with Keynote, being able to present and have that laid out in an accessible manner, and knowing how many words to put on a slide, what is a slide, to know how your stock images should be placed and where they should be placed. Again, the font and the font size, and knowing what to wear, knowing how many slides to use, not just knowing the application and that it's accessible and to be able to swipe from left to right, but how to communicate and be perceived the way you want to be perceived. And knowing inside of Keynote that your presentation is more than just the actual Keynote app. You can't keynote a person to death or show them 100 slides and expect to be effective. So how do you take those ideas and make them one concise slide deck that actually enhances your presentation, where you're 70% of the presentation and your slide deck is the other 30%. And that's what we're going to teach you. We're going to teach you not only the application, but the elements in presenting and presenting well. And I can't underscore that enough, because we will be doing an injustice to just tell you that this accessible app is accessible by swiping from left to right or from different keystrokes. We want to teach you how to take this particular application and make it super, super powerful for you, so that when you're speaking in front of hundreds of thousands or a small group in a meeting, that you have the tools, tips, and tactics to take you to the level that you want to get to. This particular course is going to be very interactive with the niche individuals that we have in it. It's designed for a particular type of person, and it's a mentorship series, which means we want each individual member to tell us why we're taking a course and where we, or where you want to go with the skills that you learn from each one of us, and we want to help you get there. So it's more than just, hey, I paid my money and I'm in, and let me see the tutorials that you have laid out, or the modules or the sessions. It's, hey, this course is to teach you something so that you can take your work that you want to create to another level, and we're dedicated as a team to helping you get there. That's in a nutshell Keynote. I'm going to move to Dr. Leo Bizinet, and he's going to talk to you guys a little bit about Pages. So, Doctor, take it away.
Well, thank you very much, Vashon. Indeed, in keeping with the same theme, we really want to help you use Pages to empower the tasks you do in your daily lives around writing. And whether it's that book that someone wants to write or that cover letter that someone wants to send to get a job, we want to help you get the maximum result out of good writing. And I think in order to do that, and Fedora has a long history here of working with visually impaired clients because we ourselves are visually impaired, we're going to give you tools to help you understand the problems in writing from a visually impaired perspective. We're going to get past that by giving you strategies that will help you write a document that is spelled properly, punctuated well, nicely formatted, where it's appropriate to select text to turn it into a heading or bold something in it. We want to make sure that you understand the power that doing something basic like that can add to a document. So it's not just teaching you an app. And what I want to do is, as we go through the course, start by dealing with the problems around writing and get you past those problems, those fears that some of you may have, by saying, okay, here's a strategy, and we're going to talk about what word processing is, that is, what writing is. From the moment you write that first sentence in a document to making further changes to the document, then formatting that document to make it look nicer, take you through the process of proofreading the document, spell checking the document, and finally printing the document, feeling comfortable and confident that you have produced a document that meets your needs, that will be attractive to the sighted audience that will get that document. And that's the gist in a nutshell of what we will try to do. And we're going to, as we get past some of the basic introductory material, begin to tailor-make it to meet your particular needs. We're going to be responsive to the questions you will ask around things you may want to do but don't know how to do. And of course, because we are doing this in partnership with two other apps that Vashon and Jerry will be dealing with, we're going to show you how, for example, if you've got something in numbers, you can bring that into Pages and add it to a document when it's appropriate. So that's it in an overview, nutshell approach. We look forward to partnering together to make sure that your experience in the Work Altitude series is a positive one and a complete one. Thank you, Vashon.
Yeah, absolutely. And Doctor, I do have a couple of questions specific for you, or statements, that is, and you can address them. But your experience and the reason outside of our friendship and your love for the firm that you're here is I didn't want to have someone just with the skill set of accessibility and using Pages from the standpoint of a blind person only, but you actually write papers in the highest level of acceptance when it comes to document writing there is. So you not only have the experience of a regular letter and formatting and all of that, but you actually have to write documents as a doctor and submit them for approval in your whole life's body of work. Could you explain that and how that actually works and why some of the things that you've learned are going to be able to help other people in the same manner?
Well, as an example, the other day you and I were talking about your experience presenting at CSUN and making an application, a written application to even present. And you know, as we discussed, some of the basic formatting issues around making that document stand out, jump off the page. You also realized that you were writing for a very particular audience, and that's an important thing to talk about. It's not just putting words on a paper, it's understanding who your audience is. And that was something that I had to adjust as I did various types of writing over the years. For example, when I wrote my doctoral dissertation, it was going to be a very professional, well-researched paper. When I submitted articles that came out of that dissertation to referee journals, I had to know the standards that I had to meet. I also had to be very clear that I understood the formatting procedures that they wanted followed around footnotes and endnotes and references and so forth, because if you didn't meet those standards, that document was going out in the garbage from their end, or certainly back to you for further revision. So you really needed to know a lot more about it's not just sitting down at a keyboard and typing, it's to understand the dynamics of writing, the dynamics of working with your audience, making sure that you understand how they might perceive and receive your information that's written. So you want to really empower yourself to be that knowledgeable writer.
Yeah, and I just wanted to underscore that and make sure that people understood that, again, we're not just teaching you from the standpoint of the gestures and the keystroke and the quick tips. We're actually showing you how to write and, again, be perceived in the way that you want to be perceived, no matter which application that you're using. So,
could I tell a quick story?
Sure, absolutely.
When I worked in disability services as a manager of an office, one day I had a professor come in, and she was very concerned. She had a student that our office served, but she said she's a very bright young student who's going to go far. But I cannot get her to understand that she has to write in keeping with a particular style for the discipline she was in, and that she had to be attentive to the small things, making sure that she had a reference properly put into the document and so forth. And it took us a long time to get the student comfortable with the technology. That was part of it, but also to understand that people she had to be actively involved. She just couldn't throw it out there and it would happen. She had to do things, and that's part of what I think for some of us is a lesson to learn. And it's certainly the story that I tell has a happy ending, because a student ended up in graduate school and going on to practice law. But for a year she struggled, and I think if we can be supportive of some of you who have those fears and concerns and really want to know how, we're going to make it happen in a good way for you, and you'll come out of this on the other side positioned to do what you have to do with confidence and empowered to do so.
Absolutely. One of the things that I let out the bag in the last email that I sent out was that Fedora will be opening up a publishing arm of the firm, and it'll be titled POS, for Point of Sale Publishing. And those of you all that are writing who actually want to write a book, we'll show you how to not only write that book, but to market it and sell that book. And it's actually how Fedora got started, by writing a book and becoming the authority on the same things that we're able to teach on today. And not only did we write one book, but we wrote 3 books. So, and we digitally sold them. So we definitely have the experience in that. So you all look out for FedoraOutlier.pub instead of .com and .org. It's .pub, coming in sometime soon. And so last but not least, we have the baby of the bunch, the new person who I don't think ever has been a part of a virtual launch party before, definitely has never worked with the firm, just a really cool and great friend.
And I'm looking forward to this. Like I said, it'll be a lot of fun. And what do I say? You guys, I piggyback off what you say, and you guys are incredible. So
well, we got to tell them your name first. We got to tell the world your name. So the debut of this person, the woman with 2 first names.
2 first names.
Ms. Jerry Tony. Take it away, Jerry.
Welcome. Hello, world. I work with numbers, and it'll be my pleasure to teach you how to take numbers from the very beginning as a spreadsheet, show you what it's made up of, describe it, tell you how to maneuver, and how to best set up a spreadsheet, how to format it, input calculations, how to make that spreadsheet work for you and it basically, a spreadsheet is a tool. It'll do what you want it to do. And we'll show you how to manipulate it to make it work for you. Whether it's a budget, payroll, tracking inventory, or just storing movies and music to be able to find it more easily or more quickly. So
Yeah.
that's my part, how to show you how to print it and how basically just to design the spreadsheet and make it work for you. And it'll be another tool that you can add to your toolbox. And it's another piece of the pie that will help you with your independence.
Absolutely. What's some of the career/things that you're able to do, Jerry, with spreadsheets that really, really kind of pop in your mind?
Oh my gosh.
Of course, accounting.
The accounting part, exactly. But I also use it as a contact for all of my students, and all of my contacts actually are created them on spreadsheets. So not only do I have an address book that I utilize on my phone, but I also have it in spreadsheets.
Mm-hmm. And I have to use it a lot in business for importing, exporting data. You'll often hear about CSV and comma delimited, and
Right.
you'll understand those
Right.
things, and they won't be such a mystery to you because they're not hard.
Exactly. It'll, you can take a spreadsheet and you can create the spreadsheet, and then you can make it as an outline, or like with what Leo does. With Pages, Leo, can you not take an outline and drop it down into a spreadsheet?
I believe you can, and I'll
Yes,
learn
you
how to do that.
So, and creating the delimiter file, that's not complicated as people think it is. It's just a matter of being shown how to do it. So
Yeah.
there's many things that you can do and different ways that you can manipulate spreadsheets.
Yep. And because it is accessible, it makes it easy to teach. But more importantly, I wanted to get the right teachers, people who actually are blind, that use these products every day. And the beautiful thing about this series is, and about Apple in general, is really Jerry comes from a Windows background. I just know the voiceover keystrokes, and I use the numbers application, but do I know as much as she does about spreadsheets in general? No. So I want her to teach me, because I can type in a keystroke of, if I need to type in the cell, I can look up the keystroke. It's more importantly, how do I maximize her teaching and the application to accomplish the things that I want to do? What if I want to make a accessible application for employment? I can do it right inside of numbers, drop down boxes, images, everything. And I want to know how to do those things because it makes my life a lot easier.
Well, and the things that you can do, you can also do like employee contact lists or invoices and things like that. And you can actually link those spreadsheets and change calculations in one spreadsheet to get the input in the other spreadsheets, or like in the end of year spreadsheet, if you needed it to be that way. You can have it do what you want it to do. I mean, I know a lot of people that I have taught to use a spreadsheet that use it to maintain their checking account because they can't do it any other way. So, I mean, it's just what it's what you want it to be. And it's our goal to show you, to take that spreadsheet, you decide what you want, and then to best help you get that implemented. So.
There you go. Absolutely, absolutely.
You know, Vashon, one of the things that just struck me as an analogy for the three apps that we're going to be talking about, we've got the Swiss Army knife approach here. We've got all these little sub-tools right in there, and together they're an awesome package.
They really are.
Yep.
Get your Swiss Army knife out, folks. We're going to get you there.
Yeah, and so, I mean, you take the power of Keynote pages and numbers, and again, you're able to learn how to write well, learn how to present, and as well as be able to calculate and manage whatever you want to be able to manage. And you get it all taught to you by individuals who use the apps on an ongoing basis, that have mastered the art of being able to teach you the best practices as a blind person as to how to use it. And it's accessible through workaltitudeseries.com 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. And so I'll talk a little bit about what's actually in the membership. And before I do, I'd just like to thank all of you guys that pre-ordered ahead of time, and pre-orders are still being accepted until tomorrow night at midnight. So you get in. So what is in it? You have your quick tips. Your quick tips are on Pages, Keynote, and Numbers.
I didn't get the email for some odd reason.
Okay, and Walter did not get the email for some odd reason, so he would have to listen to the replay. Sorry about that. What was I saying? Oh, what's in there? So you get the quick tips on Pages, Keynotes, and Numbers. Just quickly how to do such things as formulate a sale, or to be able to get word count out of pages, or the best color slides to work in the best lighting and why. So different things like that. You get, of course, your weekly modules on Pages, Keynote, and Numbers. That's us teaching you a method in using each one of the applications inside of the Work Altitude series. You'll get the community forums that will have individuals inside of the series to help work through and with you, and help or be a sounding board for things that you want to get done inside of the series. You'll also get our patented Ask a Coach benefit, where you're able to, inside of the series, click a button, ask us a question, and you'll be able to get an answer within 24 hours or less. Our monthly master classes, where every month we hold a class and we teach you live something that you may or may not have known about Pages, Keynote, or Numbers. The beautiful thing about it is you have, or will have, 3 teachers instead of just 1 or 2 inside of this particular series. Along with that, some of the financial benefits for being a premium member, which right now for the pre-order pricing, everyone who has signed up will get the pre-order pricing at $497, but you get to become not only a member but a premium member, where you're able to get the 20% or the 25% discount off of every other series that we offer. And then you become a member of our appointed affiliate program, where you're able to refer a friend and you would get a 25% commission. So if you can really follow the tea leaves there, you refer someone, you get 25% of the total amount that was paid. And you can do that over and over again. So ultimately, you can actually get your series for free and help other people. And based on your referral, you're able to have individuals that are in and getting the same empowerment that you are getting. And we appreciate all of our appointed affiliate members that are out there now. We'll be doing some great prizes coming up in the latter part of August. I think the first thing that we want to do is either an iPad Pro or a iMac for the top person across all affiliates. So you guys look out for that. And of course, you get our outstanding teaching from myself, Leo, and Miss Jerry Tony. So that's what's actually in the series. A couple of questions that came through. Hold on one sec while I read them on my phone. Hold on. I've already answered it, but Jason, I don't want to say the last name, writes in from Michigan and says, what? Okay, spelling there. He might need to take the course. Basically, what they are asking is how long is the promotional or pre-order pricing. So again, that is set for tomorrow, 12 midnight in your time zone. So again, if you're in Japan, and 12 o'clock is whenever, then it's in your time zone. No biggie. You know, just as long as it's not 8 o'clock on Tuesday and you're saying, hey, I forgot about the special pricing. Can I still get it? The answer is no. Although we want everyone in, we want to be mindful of the ones that did honor the pre-order pricing time frame. Of course, what is the price? And it's $497. What is it after that? It is $697. Will these be online or remote classes like your other series? The answer is there'll be more online than actual remote teaching. We will have the master classes, but they will not be live, kind of like our professional courses, the Apple Certified Support Professional, the Teach the Teachers, and the Train the Trainers. Also, all of you all that are on the line, if you guys have questions that you would want to ask us live, you can press *6 and the number 1 now, and you can get in. So *6 and the number 1, and you'll be able to get in. Everyone except for Mr. Walter Harper, who is locked out because I can't stop to send him the email that he said he didn't get. But *6 and the number 1. Let's see. Oh, hey, Joe Gross. Joe cannot make it. She is a paid member. Will there be a replay? So yes, if you guys have come in late, either on Periscope, the live stream, and or the phone call, there will be a replay. I would venture to say on Wednesday. Headed out of town to the Carolinas to sign some contracts, and will not be back in until Wednesday. So I would venture to say on Wednesday we'll have the replay. Okay. Asked and answered. Okay, I think that is it for the questions that was asked via email. Oh, SwissPay. That was another one. So on all of our products, we offer what we call SwissPay, and yes, we will be offering that even on the pre-order special. I believe, don't quote me on the math, I think it comes out to 3 equal payments of $167. So you're able to get in on the SwissPay option, 3 equal payments of $167 or whatever $497 divided by 3 is. That's what you pay, and yes, that is available to you. So at this time, those of you all that did call in, if you have any questions, feel free, *6, the number 1, and you can ask your question. You can kind of cut me off because I'm going to just keep talking. Let me know that you're there at least. But we'd definitely like to give a shout out to team member John Panarese. You guys know him from our professional courses over at Teach Institute. He has a family member that's in the hospital that needs our prayers, so definitely want to send our prayers up for him and his family. Couldn't make it tonight. Matthew Carrillo in Illinois is unable to make it because he is recording and transcribing a call for the deaf-blind organization there in Illinois. So our benevolent opportunities are upon us, and we are making good use of our time with that. So, does anybody have any questions about?
Hey, Vishon, it's Mike. How are you?
Mike, you don't have any question?
Yeah, I have a question. Actually, it's something
Okay.
that's actually been that I actually wanted to ask Jerry. In numbers, is there a way that we'll be able to reference, let's say, a column title going across? So, for example, if I have, let's say, name, client number, amount owed, blah, 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 going across. And then if I go down to, let's say, the second or third row, can I get voiceover to actually read that top row going across?
Absolutely. I can answer it because I had to teach a client this here recently. So VOC would allow you to do that, and then VOCC will kind of like you do VOM twice to bring up the menu extra. You have to do VOCC, and it'll read all of the columns across. But yeah, you can go down in the rows or the columns and press VOC, and it'll read it.
It'll read it. Great, because that's something.
I know it. We get lost, and we're like, where are we?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I navigate to the right, like you're like, okay, what column am I on? What row am I on?
VOR for the rows, and VOR for the rows again. We'll do the same for the rows.
The same for the rows. I got to congratulate you three. I really think this is something that's needed. I can't begin to tell you, as a student going through the master's program, how all of this is so important. When you're a student, you're expected to listen or review presentations that your professors give you. And if you can't do that, I'm sorry, but you won't be able to be successful as a student. It's not just about having somebody edit your work. You should be familiar on how to do it and then have somebody edit it later. But knowing how to do it gets you 85% of the way through your courses and gets you successful to be able to do what you got to do. And I think this is a fantastic series to being able to have for all our listeners and everybody across the world. I think this is great, and I want to congratulate the three of you, honestly.
Yeah.
Well, Michael, let me jump in and say, Mike, first of all, thank you for calling in. You and I have had an occasion over many years to talk about issues like this around writing, and in the context of dealing with pages, you and I have talked about the need to look at, for example, how does one format or set up a paper to meet APA standard conventions, which are key in education. This is the American Psychological Association standards that cut across many disciplines. And being able to handle a footnote, something small, if you don't know how to do it, takes away from your writing. And indeed, it's expected in the kinds of fields that you're in, Mike, and even the rehab work you do. If you're going to write for a referee journal and you're capable of doing it, why be stopped by falling short by not being able to do something? And I think we can get people there, and it's through the great input of people like yourself that pushes this series along.
I'm going to definitely push it. I have actually a client who's been bothering me to no end on he can't commit to coming to the regular lessons that I offer at the institute where I teach. And now that I know this is available, I'm going to call him up tomorrow morning and say, listen, sign up. I know that you're very busy. I know you have a life. I know you have to, have a business to run. But you should really, I'm going to offer him to take actually almost, I think, all the series that we offer from Fedora, because I think he will never commit to coming to the lessons on a weekly basis. And having this, because I can't teach somebody how to actually write a paper. I can give them the tools, but I'm not there to teach them how to do it. This series is going to allow for, like in the audio performance series, for people to actually learn how to compose and write a paper. It's not just about using the functionality. It's not just about using the voiceover. It's about actually creating something so that you're actually going out there to be successful. And I want to, encourage everyone who's thinking about doing this to go right ahead and do it. It's a worthwhile investment. It's for life. It's not something that you're going to, buy today and put it in the shelf tomorrow morning. It's going to be something you'll be able to use for the rest of whatever you have as a career. And not only as a career, but as a writer, to be able to write a book and manage your sales that you're going to get for that book.
Yep. Because your sales from your book, if you're selling digitally, are exported in a spreadsheet format.
That's right.
So, absolutely.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I've done my preaching. I give you guys a whole 5 thumbs up. I'm telling you, this is going to be great.
Yeah, man. Thanks, Mike, as usual.
Thanks,
always,
Mike, for coming
man. Definitely.
Thanks,
so.
Mike.
Yeah.
Star 6 and the number 1. Full disclosure, Mike Ciccello started as a Teach Institute member, and his audio prowess and understanding and knowledge and degrees for teaching audio just really struck me, and his willing to help, and he just had the heart of a teacher, man, and it was amazing. And so I asked him would he do the audio performance series, and it's been great. It's been super great for me as a student. I probably spent more money than I ever have on audio equipment, including a fully built out studio that will be in next month, thanks to this person, and one little course there. But truly a great guy. I don't pay him to say this stuff or to jump in. I just really, want to tell the world, Mike Ciccello, I really appreciate you, but I get to step away as the student. I got kicked out, man. They let me go. And Roy Rios, who is a guy that is going to be the producer on my EP, The Treble Clef of Love is the title of it. And I think it's going to be a pretty amazing album. It's going to be the new student. And Roy just bugged me to no end, as Mike said, for any opportunity, just any opportunity out here. Look, man, here's my work. Just give me a opportunity. Mike,
Hey,
crazy.
Vishon.
Hey,
It's Jenny.
what's up, Jenny?
I want to add something that Leo and Jerry and Mike and you have stressed.
Yep. Hold on one second before I get to before you do that. Finish up with
Okay.
Roy. So Roy, I appreciate you. You got to jump in and become the student of the audio performance series. Use your knowledge with logic, and we'll get to produce an EP together. So man, great work. And we got Jenny Alverson. Hey, Jenny.
Hey, Vishon, that is fantastic, by the way, that you're actually going to have an album that you can sell.
Oh, yeah.
That's congratulations.
Thank you.
Indeed.
But I want to add and expand a little on
Please send me
what
those key commands for headings and notes.
Leo, Jerry, you, and Mike have said. If you do not present well, if your work doesn't look good, if it's full of spelling errors, you'll be shown the door quickly.
Yeah. You're right.
And you won't get anywhere.
Yeah. And tell them, because people think, and I really appreciate you guys for being on. I don't want this to be a Fedora thing, but Jenny, your background is engineering, correct?
My background is broadcast journalism. My dad was a mechanical engineer, so I got to learn a little of that too.
Okay, got you.
My background is broadcast journalism and public relations.
Okay, so
And
writing well. What if you had to say first, second, and third keynote pages and numbers, in what order would they have gone in based on your success as a blind professional?
As a blind professional, Pages, Numbers, and then Keynote.
Okay.
And the reason I say that is Pages is the app that will let you create the articles and other published material that you want to appear in print. Keynote gives the opportunity to present what you want to have published through radio or television. And Pages lets you keep track of all the work you do, and lets you keep track of what you're making. And maybe actually...
You meant Numbers.
Yeah, Numbers lets you keep track of the work, the money, and that sort of thing. And that's crucial, but if your article isn't formatted to the magazine or newspaper's standards, it won't be published.
It won't be published.
No. If your presentation for a television audience isn't up to standard, it won't be aired.
Yeah.
And that means it has to fit into the time allotted.
There you
Which
go.
basically means if you have a 30-minute show, you're not getting 30 minutes. You're getting roughly
19,
26
18.
minutes. Yeah, maybe. Used to be 26, but now it's probably around 19. So your work must fit into that time format. And the way you edit it is really critical.
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely. And so some of the and the other feature of the premium membership was the backstage passes, and I really thought long and hard about how to make things that most people seem so mundane as far as Pages, Keynote, Numbers, the iWork suite of applications, exciting. Was bringing in authors and bringing in doctors and bringing in individuals that really use numbers and really present well, and have them have a special on the actual backstage pass for the premium members, because and not just blind, sighted alike, because the playing field is even. The same work that a sighted person creates is the same work that we can create with the accessibility that's built into Apple's products, especially the iWork suite of apps. So it's an even playing field to be able to get, anyone that's in and using these apps to show you what their true power is, someone that's really been using them at a high level with high levels of success. So that's the other piece that I forgot about when talking about the series. Cool. So if you guys want to get in and you have any questions or comments, you can press *6 and the number 1, and we'll take it from there.
Hi, it's Amanda from Australia. Congratulations on formulating such a good course. Having had about 19 years of Windows experience on a proficient Word user, a reasonable Excel user, and I know nothing about the Microsoft overhead thing which I've forgotten the name of. Anyway, so I'm so excited to be able to become proficient with my Mac because I've done the Windows to Mac switch.
Yeah.
So thank you so much for offering this course. But I do actually have a Keynote question.
Sure.
I am working very hard on my social media presentations or material, and I'm told that a lot of people post quotes with graphics or quotes with pictures behind them or something. And I read yesterday that someone was doing that with Keynote. Can anyone on the call tell me if this is possible from a blind perspective? Because I can't use Canva or PicMonkey or any of those other programs.
Yeah, you can use Keynote. It's kind of the long way around it. We use a app called Buffer, which is...
Oh, yes, I use Buffer.
Yeah,
really
which is
good.
definitely accessible. It depends on what you want to do with that photo. We use a variety of different applications. For example, the animated GIFs, we use a app called ScreenFlow. But we also use that to do the video recordings of our screen and our iPads and iOS devices. So it has a much greater use than just making animated GIFs. There's some.
I pretty much just want to quote memes, just a little, like a landscape picture with the quote across it or something like that, just to make it eye-catching for sighted people.
Got you. Yeah, you can definitely use Keynote for that. And what they basically do is they put the picture in the slide. They write the text over top of the picture, which you can kind of format that, and we'll show you how, and then export it out.
Awesome.
And that's how that comes out looking good. Now I see what you're saying. I thought you just wanted to take a actual photo and just resize it and shoot it out. Okay, gotcha. Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, beautiful. Thank you. Actually, if I may, I might tweet you or text you with a buffer question because I'm a bit stuck with something there, so I might do that later if that's okay.
Got you. Well, a couple of things. One, if you tweet, I don't answer it, but Matt may or may not tell me because he'll be like, "Who is this, Amanda?" But yeah.
Well, I've been texting you anyway. So.
Yeah. You can text, or of course, inside your series, you will have the Ask a Coach, and you just fire away. Just know if we give you a 24-hour response, you can't send me 10 questions at a time. No, I'm just playing. Just serious. But yeah, cool. So with that, guys, I did, me, I always got to add some bit of empowerment to everything. And again, I'm not paying these people to come on. Amanda is a pre-order member of the Work Altitude series. I think she is a member of one of the other series that we offer. And you can have a global firm, company, entity, agency in 2016. You can touch the lives of thousands. And I'm sitting here, you guys can witness it on Periscope or go back and watch. I'm sitting in my office, I got a baseball cap on, a polo shirt, I'm talking to a microphone, I got another microphone placed next to a speaker with a camera on, the iPad that is on a stand pointed towards me. Hopefully it's getting me, but, hundreds and hundreds of people are able to listen and watch live, while we got thousands of people that we can replay this to. And you can literally, in 2016, have clients from all over the world. And that's why one state, as my aunt would say, one monkey doesn't stop the show. So I wanted to be in all the states in the United States, and then I realized there's a whole world out there. How do I do that? And thank you, Amanda, for your text messages, and thank you for being a member. I really appreciate you allowing me to realize a dream come true and to be able to help other people realize the same.
Thanks for having me.
Oh, man, I thought you was gone. Oh, man, Missy, I thought you were gone. All right, yeah, absolutely. Are you a member of any other series? Oh, and now she is gone. All right. All right, so cool. If you guys have anything else from anywhere in the world, I wish I had the number because I know now you guys have questions or you want to call in, and now you can't because you should have called in. But if you do, press *6 and the number 1, and we will get your questions answered. And Leo, Jerry, you still there?
You're right here.
Okay. Right here.
All right. And Jerry, I got your email that you sent.
Thank you.
Next questioner.
Hello?
Hi, guys. This is Tammy.
Hey, Tammy. Oh, hey, Tammy. I'm like, which Tammy? Oh, that Tammy. How are you?
Yeah, I'm fine, thank you. How are you?
I am, you know what I am. I am better than excellent.
Exactly. Well, I'm very excited about this series, as I am all of the work that I've been doing with Fedora. But one of the questions that I wanted to ask, just to make sure that people are aware, is there going to be a specific night of the week that courses are going to be offered, or are they going to be more recorded, and we just go on to, once you've signed up, that you go on to the site and listen to?
Yeah, it'll be blended, so it'll be more like our original courses. So we'll have pre-recorded, we'll have the master classes, and then we'll have special classes where we say, hey, let's drill down and let's all three talk about this topic and invite everyone. So it'll be kind of blended, but no, it will not be like Teach Institute where every Tuesday we're actually meeting and all going through stuff at the same time. The other difference is I may, for example, take your question, Tammy, that you have, call you and record your question while I'm doing it live, or while Leo is doing it live, or whatever the case may be. So we're going to have a lot more interaction. It's just not going to be necessarily on a specific day at a particular time and everybody call in to join.
Okay, perfect.
Sounds like a plan?
Yes.
Okay, cool. And I'm going to get mushy again. Tammy literally contacted the firm 2 years ago. And she says, Vashawn, how much is your course? I want to sign up. Oh, my God, it's too much. I want to get my state to pay for it. We will not say what state she's in because there's a bunch of haters. But she worked through it 2 years, a long time in the making, persevered and didn't give up. And now the state has paid for all of our courses, for the most part, for her to learn. And she has a specialty that she'll be able to teach individuals with dexterity issues. And of course, Apple makes that possible in their accessible devices. But it's a true testament to what happens when a person doesn't give up and they actually fight for what they want. So, Tammy, if you're still here or if you're gone, I really do appreciate you. I appreciate the calls for getting on my back so that I can get on other people's back about what isn't right, about anything that you see that's wrong. And somebody is texting me again. So yeah, thank you so much. Thank you for persevering. I know your husband appreciates it, and I look forward to what we can do in the future. All right. So *6 and the number 1 if you guys have any questions. Leo, I would imagine the answer may be the same for number 1, but I'm curious about your 2 and 3 with, in your professional career, if you had to rate pages, numbers, keynote, pages, keynote, numbers, keynote, pages, what order would you put them in?
Well, for me, it would be pages, and then it would be keynote. And then numbers would come later. But still, all three are important.
Hi, I'm using Buffer to upload my Facebook and Twitter posts. I've been using the iPhone app with no problems, but have started using the online interface, as I have images stored in Dropbox which I'm uploading. Is there an accessible way to select both my Twitter and Facebook accounts at the same time? I can't figure this out, so I have to upload all my posts twice.
Certainly, to go back to the keynote side of it, to be able to get up and make a presentation at a CSUN conference where the equivalent of PowerPoint and Keynote would be a real plus. It would be how to manage, and I use the word stage manage it in a good way, over and above the whole process of designing it. Being able to present it in a good, clear, smooth way puts the icing on the cake. Okay.
Yeah, and so that was Amanda taking advantage of her premium feature and sending in a text message. So, Amanda, I can honestly tell you that I will get to that on Wednesday or Thursday. I'm putting a lot on my plate for Wednesday when we get back. But, yeah, Leo, definitely, man, I can understand that, and it makes sense for me. But with CSUN, it was when I read the write-up that was done on the company and saw how meticulous it was and how it was laid out, and I can see how it grabbed the attention of the judges to be able to do that presentation, it let me know the importance, again, of being able to write well. Now, it's not an aspiration that I have for the type of writing that you in this particular PhD student had, but articulating my point and making sure that the humor is properly placed and to make sure that a directive is clearly understood is my goal. And of course, marketing looks a lot different than a dissertation, but writing and getting the impact that a person wants is super important.
You see, in your case there, Vashant, you knew your audience. You knew what you wanted to convey, and you made maximum use of that knowledge to make your presentation good.
Yeah.
More than good.
Yeah. Trying to get to excellent, man, and then, better than excellent, and then I'll be the world's greatest. No.
Oh, absolutely. Better than excellent.
There you go.
And CSUN is a world stage where the world came to San Diego, and what a stage to be able to present on.
Yeah, man, it was
exactly.
a very humbling time. I saw and talked to a lot of masters and PhD students and doctors, and the wealth of knowledge that was in that room made me wish that I could have just started an entrepreneurial incubator, because I'm like, I have access to the top minds in the disabled community there is, and I'm like, this is a fun opportunity, and so I look forward to taking full advantage of them moving forward for sure. Yeah. So star 6 and the number 1, if you guys have any questions or comments, I'll end with 2 things. The first thing, if I had to put mine in order, I would definitely say Keynote, numbers, and then pages. I had to become somewhat of a writer, starting Fedora and starting with the business plan, and then I had to write the websites, and then I had to write the marketing, and so many people tell me, there's so many misspelled words, and I'm like, well, at least I was able to grab your attention to get your eyeball on the paper. I can correct that word. Now can I correct and help you with the concerns that you may have as a person coming to Fedora is the goal. Even today I had a guy, I guess I was supposed to quit when he told me he had 2 misspelled words, and this is supposed to be some type of marketing, and you put LOL in there. What kind of marketing is that? And I'm like, okay, thank you, Mr. Sir. But that's the order I will put mine in. 1, and then 2. It's super important to us as Fedora team members, and it's going to become more evident, especially to the members, and be more front-facing as we move forward. I wanted to create a bunch of series that kind of all had continuity, from iOS to Mac to the iWork to the professional series inside of Teach Institute to video, as well as the audio performance series, and the publishing company, and then the residential teaching facilities. And I wanted to create something great for blind people by blind people, utilizing the best across the world. And that's why CSUN was so important. But not only that, just simply showing the world that we can do it. Me researching the answer to Amanda's question only helps me, and it helps us as a culture grow and move forward from where we're at now, which if we don't like the results, we have the opportunity to change them, to where we're going to be. And I know the organization says live the life you want. These are the actual keys to success. They're major keys. Writing well, presenting well, and managing well are major keys to success. So as we close out today, I'll give Leo first and then Jerry the last closing remarks, provided there isn't anyone with any other questions. All right. So, Leo, you're on the stage. What's your closing remarks, sir?
Well, thank you very much. I look forward to working with the team and with you to help you take on the task of writing. We want to make sure that we can integrate all of this together so that you come out with powerful tools and the confidence to use them where you need to use them in your daily lives.
Absolutely.
So see you on the other side.
On the inside. There you go.
On the inside.
There you go. And Jerry, ladies last this time.
I, too, look forward to being a part of this team. It's a really incredible team, and I've got some good teachers here to teach me some of the things about pages and what is it called, Butchon? Keynote.
Keynote.
That I don't know. So, because there's things about those two apps that I don't know. I look forward to assisting you and learning some of the tools that have made things that I've done in as far as managing lots of funds and things like that. Yep. It'll be my pleasure to show you those types of tricks that I've learned along the way.
There you go. So these are your teachers. We're the three-legged stool that I say we are. And I definitely look forward to working with not only them, but all of you guys. And where do you sign up, you might ask? Of course, just send an email to excellence, EXCELLENCE, at fedoraoutlier.com. And on Wednesday, go to work, WORK, altitudeseries.com, workaltitudeseries.com. Until the next time, the next product release, the next time we get together, let's change the world. Let's change the world together. Thank you all. You can hang up. I would say you can hang up. Thanks, Leo. Thanks, Jerry.
Thank you all.
You guys have a good one.
Guys.
Safe travels to Carolina.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Newscast. Mail.
Bye, Leo.
Skype. 5 new items. Skype. Dial pad. Window. 686 hang up. Messages. 6 new items. Messages. Available. Bonjour. HT conversations. To interact. Walter Harper. Last message. I didn't get the email for some odd reason. 7. Foot stop into HT bonjour. Available. iMessage. Edit text. Well. It's over. My friend. Period. Space. The. Delete. L. Replay. Will. Be. Sometime. Wednesday. Period. Delete. Well, it's over, my friend. The replay will be sometime Wednesday. Available. Bonjour. HT conversation. Interact. Walter Harper. Last message. Amanda Hill. Last message. Hi. I'm using Buffer to upload my Kayla Jones. Last message. Good luck. 7:59 p.m. Stop at HT bonjour. Available. iMessage. Edit text. It's over. Now. Space. Are you on the way back? Delete. It's over now. Are you on the way back? Available. Bonjour. HT conversation. Interact. Walter Harper. Last message. Amanda Hill. Michael Chircello. Last message. And no, you didn't fail all. You actually passed within a plus 7:45 p.m. Row full. Stop in HT bonjour. Available. iMessage. Edit text. Lol. Space. Misspelled. Delete. Delete. N. Delete. H. Delete. T. Thanks. Delete. Lol. Thanks. Available. Bonjour. HT conversations. Interact. Kayla Jones. Walter Harper. Amanda Hill is typed partners. Last message. Someone check this, please. http://listen to while Amanda Hill is typing. Last activity. 8:00 p.m. Row 4 of 434. Walter Harper. Michael Chircello. Kayla Jones. Kayla Jones. Last message. Yes. 8:10 p.m. Row 1 of 400. Michael Chircello. Last message. Lol. Thanks. 8:10 p.m. Walter Harper. Last message.
All right, Periscopes. It is time for me to turn you guys off. And thank you all for
Messages
watching.
notification. +1 606 626 5421. Good video.
Thank you for those who said good video.
TCP29S. Stop broadcast. Button. Camera selection. Stop broadcast.